There we go. December 2nd. I'm currently shiny hunting for a Charmander out of an egg in Pokemon. Like I said yesterday, if anything interesting goes on in day-to-day life here during the month, I'll be sure to throw it into a video just for the hell of it as a little ode to Vlogmas. I'm going to I think it's tomorrow. I'm going to another wedding. Sheesh. All right, some awful content got for you today. I found this channel here that, so I guess this guy gets really old canned foods and we'll open them up, check them out, and usually eat them like decades old from various sources, I guess. I don't know. But let's take a look. You guys ever eat anything past the expiration date or the best by date or whatever? I'll go a little over for like canned stuff. Especially I'm not eating like canned meat or anything, so like whatever the vegetables are gonna go bad. I don't know. Maybe I should be more afraid than I am. But let's see, what is this? 90-plus-year-old vegetable soup. Oldest soup eaten. Oh God, from the 1920s. This is New England Wildlife and More. I'm not sure how much wildlife there is on the channel, but
hey everyone.
You never know what's gonna be in that can though, so.
Today I have this really old can of Bowman's dehydrated vegetable mix for soups, stews, and salads.
Now, how is it dehydrated? Is the can full of air or something? Is this still sanitary?
Vacuum packed. So when I open this, there should be a suction unless it somehow leaked, which it probably did. Oh. Because this thing is really...
So it's dehydrated vegetables in there and it's just vacuum sealed?
Old. This thing is probably from the late 1920s, possibly even earlier. This is from British Columbia, Canada. These are the directions I will be following.
I don't know. I'm imagining like the little vegetables that you get on like the top of the cup of ramen things. You know, they got like the freeze-dried like carrots and peas and whatever
4
sometimes.
Cups of water boiling.
Damn, is that burner also from the 1920s? What the hell?
4 cups of water boiling.
Where'd she get this from?
4 cups of water in 1 quart. So I'm going to empty it out into there. It says cook in a covered pan until most of the water is absorbed. Now a quart is a lot of water.
This thing's going to take a quart of water into it?
I'm expecting to expand a lot. And now you can see the packaging is in pretty good condition for its age. But here I can feel beneath the label lots of decay. Meaning this thing got wet and there's rust underneath here expanding.
Oh boy.
And right here, you can tell there might be some compromised areas underneath this. Here's some more instructions.
Yeah, it's crazy what can happen, you know, in 100 years.
I'm not going to be following these ones. Overall, the can's in pretty good condition. I'm going to remove the label before we open this because I want to see if the damage is bad on the outside.
Crack this sucker open.
I'm not going to get this label off because it has literally rusted to the can. As you can see right here where I started removing it, it started ripping the label because the rust is holding it on. You can see there's some pitting, but I'm still unsure if it actually was able to penetrate into the can. We won't know that until we actually open it up. And we're going to open it up right now. Here we go.
Fitting, very fitting. Okay. Yep, very, yeah, that makes sense that you're going to open it with this ancient can opener. Got it.
Get that thing on there.
Of course you are.
Absolutely no vacuum, like it said there should be.
Oh dear. Are you sure about that? Come on now.
That looks actually really good.
For a second I thought you said that looks sexually. Looks actually really good. What are these little stars? We got some little pasta shapes in there or something? What's that? Potato bits? Now, does it look good? Does it look good or...
What are those little pieces of noodle in there shaped like gears?
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
If I didn't know better, I would think this piece here is bacon, but I know it's not. What's this smell like?
Only one way to find out.
For something that's probably 90 years old, at least, it smells pretty good.
It's so weird seeing something canned like this that's not, like, just like sitting in some salty water or whatever.
There's literally no odor, like bad smell from it. It smells like spices. I would consider this like oregano. It smells just like oregano.
This thing have an ingredient list?
Dehydrated fruit just about lasts forever. I ate some dehydrated fruit from the 60s, and that
of course you did.
Okay, actually. When you dehydrate something, it allows it to last like forever.
All right.
Look at this. Look at the pieces. So that should expand into a cube once I...
What is that, a carrot or something?
Add it to the water.
All right.
Okay, what is this supposed to be, like alphabet soup? I see a 7 in there.
7.
Does it say anything like that? It doesn't say anything about it being...
I see some 7s on it.
Or having the weird designs. It's fascinating. The inside of the can looks really shiny. Let's dump this out so we can see if there's any compromised areas.
Oh boy. Is this pan also from the 1920s? Wow, that looks like some debris.
Good. Look at that. All the vegetable was jammed at the top of the can.
Yeah, that looks like some letters, some alphabet.
Definitely looks like alphabets.
Yeah. Why is it all purple?
So this is soup all by itself.
What's the purple bits?
Smells good. I can hear the water starting to...
What is that leaf?
Boil, as a lot of old cans say.
What are these dry leaves? Some spinach or something?
Yep, the rust did get through in a few places.
Oh, wow. And we're
still gonna try this out because it seems to be okay.
All right, I mean...
In order for rust to start doing that, this can got wet at some point in time.
Yeah, at some point in the last 100 years, it was damp. I got it.
This is nice. The label, it's textured. It's raised. Feels nice. Now, it shouldn't be feeling textured here because I'm feeling those rust bubbles. It looks all burnt and messed up is because I used this thing a while back for melting down lead.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is your lead cooker? All right, yeah, just go ahead and put your 100-year-old soup in there.
To ingots. So I bet the people...
So you're not afraid of a little rust. You've already had plenty of lead.
Packaged this probably never even imagined it would be cooked on an electric stove. Because back in these days, I think they did have gas stoves, but most of them were wood burning.
Oh boy. All right, let's get to it. I just
cannot see that amount of water.
Maybe it makes a nice soup.
Being absorbed into that amount of vegetable, like the instructions clearly says 1 quart of water.
Yeah, well, you know, maybe 100 years ago you would have had better luck with that.
It says 12 to 15 minutes using your favorite recipe.
That's so funny.
So maybe it is just soup. It's got to be soup. But it does say it until most of the water is absorbed. Okay, that's going to be my cover for now.
Ah, okay,
while I go grab something.
Are you going to cook the lead in that while the soup's going? All right. Oh, look
How is our progress after just 5 minutes?
It looks like some foliage from 100 years ago that you're boiling in water.
Oh, that looks good. Got the
Does it look good? Does it look good?
Broth and everything. The soup is now at about 10 minutes, so it's just about done.
What do we have here? Some test tubes for this?
Now that it's cooked, it doesn't smell as good as it originally did, just like the time I ate 1950s pasta.
Oh.
Out of the box, it smells great, but once you cook it, you can start to smell the rancid part in the noodles. That's what I'm starting to get now.
And do we want that? Is that good for you?
Rancid odor. But before we actually...
Is that what you're looking for?
Do all this, I'm going to take a little dripper here.
Oh,
and I'm going to attempt to take a lead test. I'm going to fill up this little container. It doesn't matter that it's not clear, because once it's spread off onto the, whatever you'd call it.
Onto the what?
Onto this, it won't matter that
test strip. We're testing it for lead, okay.
Now, we don't care about the pH and all that. I just want to see if there's any lead in this. So I'm going to go ahead and put this down into here. Can you test it for, like,
Ebola?
Give it a little swirl. Take it out.
Can you test it?
And you see how it didn't really stain any of them, even though it's brown.
Dude's gonna fucking unlock some kind of, like, ancient, long-gone fucking virus or something.
Because it's such a small layer. Now, I'm gonna let this sit for a minute, just to make sure. There shouldn't be any, but it's possible, because back then they sealed...
Just unlocked the zombie virus.
With lead. The results are in. First off, things that don't matter. The hardness is 120. No chlorine. The iron... Nope, no copper, and no lead.
Nice.
Great. There is no lead. Okay, so this is...
I feel like you wanted a little bit of lead.
Fine, there's no contaminants as far as metals. This has now been going almost 15 minutes.
Okay.
Go ahead, shut this thing down.
You want to let it soak for a little bit longer?
Cold burner.
That is very gray appearing.
Spoon out. See what we have.
Come on now. It's been 100 years. You gotta let it soak a little bit longer than that.
Those noodles expanded to be huge.
Where'd you get this spoon from? Did you make this with the lead that you smelted?
Look at the gears now. Get a little bit of a sniff.
Don't forget to waft.
So, when I opened it up, you could really smell the oregano, whatever herbs were in there.
Right.
Super nice. Now, it's smelling kind of musty.
That's no kidding, no kidding.
Let's try this out.
Save some for me, bro.
To be honest, not too bad. It's bland, but that's about it.
Get a little salt for it. Can we spice this up a little for you?
Okay, because
you got any like 40-year-old bread you can dunk in this?
a lot of people doubt that I actually taste test this stuff. I actually have to show myself.
Oh my god, just like Amberlyn, conditioned by the haters.
Oh, here we are.
To show proof. We get to see this guy's face.
Cool that down. That is hot.
Now what is this supposed to prove?
Really hot.
It's still off camera. Oh, there we go. There he is. Okay.
Now that's pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty good.
It's really bland, but
You gonna go in for a bowl of this, or?
it's not terrible. In a survival situation, that would keep you alive.
No kidding.
This dehydrated soup mix definitely held up to the test of time, better than any other food I've ever opened.
Huh.
90 years, almost 100 years, possibly, this has held up.
That's pretty
Its
crazy.
appearance looks the same.
It's so
now I
dark.
can show the soup up close. I also don't think
Yeah.
it's supposed to be that tint.
No.
I think it's darker than it's supposed to be.
I see some green beans in there.
Because even though they're dehydrated, they're not supposed to lose their color like that.
Yeah,
I don't
very...
even know what kind of vegetables these are.
I see
Tasting
some... Gotta be some carrot cubes. I see some green beans in there.
you are clueless to what this stuff might be. You can see the herbs all around the edge. That made it taste pretty good.
Nice. What are we gonna do? Throw some breadcrumbs on this and throw it in the oven? Make a casserole?
And still, that rancidy smell that the water activated. It's one of those smells. It smells awesome when it's dry, but when it's wet, it's disgusting.
You said it was tasted pretty good, though.
I'm gonna go ahead and feed this to the drain.
Okay. Better than feeding it to anyone else, right? The poor drain. Was it 23-year-old mac and cheese? Oh my god, with Looney Tunes on it? Happy 50th, Marvin! Okay. Alright, some Kraft mac and cheese from the late 90s. The late 90s. Wow. Hey, I could, you know, maybe I saw this in stores as a young child. It's possible. Maybe I had a box of this 23 years ago. You never know.
Hey everyone, today I'm going to be cooking this macaroni and cheese dinner. Bugs Bunny and Friends, special edition. Happy 50th.
Now, I feel like the pasta would be fine in this, but if there's like that cheese powder, that's gotta have some stank to it, right? So insulting that the single box of mac and cheese says that it serves more than one person, right? Not me. Not me. One per person.
There we go.
No, best one purchased by 99.
Best one purchased by. It was manufactured in 1997.
Oh, wow.
Bottom. Kraft Kids. Top. It sounds normal.
Where was this hiding?
Right now at this very moment.
Like who bought the macaroni and cheese and just never got around to making it in 23 years?
I have a pot of water starting to boil. But in the time being, I'm going to open this up and put it onto this tray just to get a look at the noodles before I actually cook them.
Right.
I'm going to carefully open up this box so I don't damage it.
I wonder if it comes
considered
like a plastic bag.
a collector's item.
Oh, you're going to sell the box?
And of course, it's so old it does not want to open perfectly.
Get a knife in there.
I opened it without destroying that part.
If you were gonna like sell this, I feel like you're not doing a very good job of trying to keep it nice.
Okay. Gave it a sniff. smells a little musty in there.
It looks very brittle.
Get a look at those noodles. Huh. I don't know about this. I have no idea how these were stored all these years, but let's get a really close-up view of what I'm seeing.
Okay. Y'all got Marvin the Martian in there? I see a Tasmanian devil.
Maybe you can see that, maybe you can't. The noodles look pretty much the same to me, except if you look really closely, it looks like there's like white stuff in the middle.
Right.
Is that
something about
mold or something? I have no idea. But the cooking process will definitely destroy that.
Well,
I don't encourage anybody to try eating something this old. This video is for the purpose of, will it make, will it taste the same? Now this package here, it's all loose, it feels normal, I think that'll be fine. Okay, right there, you see what I'm talking about? Like,
no.
In the middle there, you see there's like all that white stuff growing in the middle? That's not normal. What is that? Is that mold? But then again, mold has to be in a wet place. This was in somebody's pantry, so I don't think it's mold.
Maybe it's just some texture that arose from it getting pressed through the dye or whatever.
It's just the noodle falling apart, maybe?
Maybe. Breaking down to its elements.
Time to start cooking.
Nice plate.
Now it says this will be done in 10 to 12 minutes, stirring occasionally. Drain, do not rinse. Return to pan, add 3 tablespoons butter, then 3 tablespoons milk, and the cheese sauce mix. Makes about 2 cups.
I feel like you're gonna want to boil this twice or something.
Okay.
Like I would like boil it, drain it, and then boil it again.
It's been about 10 minutes. Get one out of there. Taste test this 1-piece plain. See if it's cooked.
Alright, fancy fork there. Okay.
The flavor's a little off.
No kidding.
A little off. But I think this might be whole grain, which would explain it. But then again...
Nah, whole grains in 97? Come on.
It's grain. Grain has the possibility...
They hadn't invented whole grains yet in 97.
...of going rancid after a while. But I don't think that's the case. I think it's going to taste okay.
Okay, draining it off.
Tablespoons of milk.
Do we have like some 40-year-old butter? We got some 5-year-old milk that you're going to put in this?
And I got to get some butter. Seems like a lot of butter.
You couldn't get dehydrated butter.
But it says 3 tablespoons. Now the 3 tablespoons of milk. 1, 2.
Now whose milk is this?
3.
Did you get that from, was that powdered milk from the 40s?
It seems like I don't know how to make macaroni and cheese. It's because I'm trying to be very thorough in every kind of macaroni and cheese. The instructions are a little bit different. Now here's the sauce packet and I'm going to mix this together. Will this look the same? No, first does it smell?
Yeah, I was going to say, you're just going to trust it and just dump it right on there? You don't want to look at it first?
Surprisingly, it smells the same.
I can't believe he'd be trusting this.
The color's the same, but there's a few little pieces that are stuck together in there.
Of course the color's the same. It was the 90s. It's all just, everything's artificial. Okay.
I am going to taste test this. First, does it smell the same or not?
Damn, you got every button unbuttoned on your polo shirt there? You're ready for this. Interesting hot plate method here by just taking the thing off of the burner and just putting it on the table.
It does not smell the same. There is something off. Can cheese go rancid? It smelled normal.
I'm sure it can.
Dry, but now that it's wet... doesn't smell right. Something is off with this. I'm going to give it a quick taste test. Not guaranteeing I'm going to swallow it, but I'm going to taste it.
Okay. New England, do you claim him?
It doesn't taste that bad. I think something is rancid in there. It's not that bad, but it's also not great either.
So you're saying just a little hot sauce and you're good to go.
Thanks for watching.
When mom says we have food at home. Wow, what an experience. And there's literally so much more of it. The channel is just full of it, apparently. What a treasure trove here. Incredible. Well, anyway, what'd you think of that? Let me know down in the comments. Would you try 23-year-old box of mac and cheese if you found that in the back of your pantry? Back of your parents' pantry, whatever? Would you try that? Would you give it a shot? Even a test, a sample? Let me know. Smash like if you enjoyed it. Check to see if you're subscribed if you want more ridiculous stuff like this. And other than that, I'll see you next time. WiLLo Davis out.